11 goals, 6 matches were those activities that happened at the Nigerian Professional Football League midweek game that was played in 6 centers yesterday. We just have to look at those games as we welcome you on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me is Ibrahim Yusuf. Good to have you, Ibrahim.
Always a pleasure, as always.
Good one there. Now we will be looking at activities in the world of sport. It's always very juicy. We just have to start from the home scene. Nigerian Professional Football League, they played the midweek, that is match day 13. 6 games were played, and now we quickly look at those games right now, looking at the results as it went down across different centers in Nigeria. Well, Niger Tornadoes, they pipped Sunshine Stars by a lone goal. Kwara United also pipped Eyimba by a lone goal. MFM, well, they came back from their slumber. Now they've won their first game in almost 6 or 7 matches now. Well, Katsina United, that's the team that got beaten by MFM at Agege Stadium in Lagos. Ramat Stars, the team after breaking the deadlock against their unbeaten run, they lost again, but this time around at home in Ikenne, Ogun State against Akwa United. Defending champion pipped them by a lone goal. Shooting Stars of Ibadan traveled to Jos, but the cold in Jos held them down and they lost 3-1 against Plateau United, while Wiki Torres of Bauchi did well. They defeated Kano Pillars by 2-1. Those are the results as it went down in the NPFL match day 13, the weekday, and now the midweek rather. Now let's look at the table as it stands right now. Plateau United, they've offstaged Rivers United as the top of the league. Now they are standing tall with 27 points after winning their game against Shooting Stars over there in just 3-1. It ended. Rivers United are second, and you have Ramat Stars who lost at home yesterday in Ikenne to Akwa United. In 23 points, Kwara United, Rangers, Akwa United, Eyimba International, they are standing 17 on the log. Wiki Torres, after beating Kano Pillars, they are now standing 8th with 19 points. I have Shooting Stars of Ibadan standing 9th on the log, despite the loss against Plateau United. Nasarawa United, they are standing 10th rather, with 17 points from 12 matches. Down to the bottom of the table, Heartland, MFM, Dakada, Katsina United in that pecking order. As it happened in the NPFL, the midweek matches that was played, 6 games were played, and now we quickly look at those games. Well, before we do that, let's go on a short break to have a feel of what happened in Bauchi between Wiki Torres and Kano Pillars.
Gallantly, we are not supposed to lose this match because the way we start the game, we are arrogant. Lack of our tactical discipline, that is why we lost the match. So we can't do anything, we accept the defeat, but it's also we are not supposed to lose this match this week because we don't have to.
13 matches so far. How do you describe the league?
So we need to work hard. At least we win at least 2-3 matches away. So we consolidate the one we lost at home.
How can you describe the match generally?
Yeah, generally just feel like play better, but we lost, which we are not supposed to lose. Because I'm advising the weekly, they need to have the team. They don't have the team.
Next week we are going to host Enugu Rangers. What is your preparation?
Winning.
You said Wiki do not have a team, but you are defeated. Support loyalty to the team. And if you look at the team, we know we have some little challenges, but instead that, after the team, we made so many changes. What went wrong? One, fatigue is affecting the team. Two, there's a lot of injury on the side of the team, especially in the area of the top striking. That's why you cannot see that force. We are just converting. We have our clinical players which are top striking, they are injury. We are just managing that. And at the same time, the journey, we are just coming from Kaduna here. We are coming from Baba, almost 2 days on the team. And we are playing today. It's affecting was discussed about this. I have to commend the team, and I believe they are strong for improvements. People should just be patient. They are small team. You cannot get the best team in the world. Even Madrid, sometimes they struggle. But what matters to us is that victory. So we should be patient. Be patient. We are here to do a good job with the team, and people, and I have to commend the government and the fans too. But because
Yes, good one there. I've just listened to the coaches, the two coaches, Coach Ibrahim Musa of Kano Pillars and also Coach Kabiru Dogo of Wiki Tourist in that game that ended in favor of Wiki Tourist. They won the game 2-1, and now we will be looking at the NPFL. Well, Ibrahim, you saw that particular game, Kano Pillars losing the game against Wiki Tourist.
Yes, Pillars don't seem to be having it very, very easy these days, and we saw where they are on the league table. Well, maybe they could get to, just like the manager said, maybe they can get to string a couple of wins together and then climb up the log table. But it's not looking nice for them right now as it is.
It's not looking nice at all because Kano Pillars, as we know, one of the big boys, in fact, bigger boys of the NPFL right now. They are not finding it easy at all.
Exactly. I mean, like, so well, it goes to show the level of competitiveness in the league right now when you have big boys like that. I mean, like we saw Heartland languishing at the bottom of the league. You understand? So these are things that were not like that before, and we can see the distance between the top 10 is just 10 points. So anything can actually happen in this league. So as I've said since the beginning of this season is very, very unpredictable in the NPFL, and I think we are really, really in for an exciting run-in.
And now you look at Ramat Stars. After they were beaten, the unbeaten run stopped by Gombe United. The last match they played before this, and yesterday they lost at home. Yes. Over there in Kenya. We've
been singing the praises of Ramat Stars throughout.
So it's time to get their own pound of flesh.
Throughout the season, exactly. But just like but we did point it out that they need to get as many points as they can while they were on this particular run, because definitely losses will come. They will drop points. They will lose games. So it's the points that they amass at the beginning of this of the season that is what's going to help them, and it depends on how quickly they can bounce back. Results are not very good now. Yes, go back to the drawing board. Go back to what you were doing before that was working for you, or you switch it up, and then you can be able to get a good run of results and maybe get back to the form that they were at the beginning.
The fact that they lost away, they lost at home now is an eye-opener to the entire squad that, okay, we are not as invincible as we thought.
Yes, it's actually an eye-opener to the entire league. That anybody can come to your home right now and beat you, which is something that we are seeing right now on a regular basis in the league. You know, that home must win mentality is
wearing off.
Exactly, we're gradually shifting away from that, which is something that we've always advocated for. You know, it doesn't matter where you play. If you don't play well, you should lose. It doesn't matter. So that's how it is. So it's an eye opener to all the other teams on the league that anybody can come to your house and beat you.
Good one there. We've been looking at the NPFL midweek matches that was played. 6 matches, 11 goals were scored, and we saw Ramat Stars losing at home. Aqua United did it. They built on the platform of Gombe United, who defeated them, breaking the unbeaten run finally. Well, that's football. You never can tell the team that will just surprise you. Aqua United winning away. A good one there. They pipped them by a lone goal at home. You just have to look at those results. Now we look at the fixtures that will be coming up today. Yes, four matches will be coming up in the NPFL. As we look at those fixtures quickly, Heartland will be playing against Lobby, while Dakada will be at home against Gombe United. Gombe did well last time. Will they be able to also beat on that against Dakada in Uyo? Abia Warriors will be playing against Rivers United, who were formerly table topper, but right now they are second on the log. Nasarawa United, the solid miners, they travel to play against Enugu Rangers. That game will be another game that a lot of people want to see. Rangers against Nasarawa United. Those fixtures coming up today.
Yes, Rangers against Nasarawa United actually jumps at you on the list of those fixtures, and it's quite an exciting game that we look forward to watching. I mean, like, we look forward to seeing matches like this in the NPFL because those are the kind of matches that keep the adrenaline going. Well, two other matches that I would like to keep my eye on is Heartland Lobby and Dakada Gombe. Heartland and Dakada really need the points right now. They seriously need the points, and they need to have a strong. After all,
MFM have speaked their own. They won their game yesterday, so good one for them.
Exactly. So they've broken their duck. So they hope to get on a run right now. But Heartland and Dakada are really not finding it easy as it is right now. So they need to get out of this funk if they're going to do something worthwhile this season. So those are two games that I'll actually keep my eye on.
And you look at before the game that was yesterday. Before they played, MFM was down the log. Now they won. They've jumped over Heartland. Heartland is down now,
exactly.
And so it's still open for anyone to be out of that relegation zone.
Exactly. That's just what we've been talking about. I mean, like the points difference it's not much between these teams. The difference is really not much. So if you are able to get on a good run, have a good run of games, 5, 6 games, you understand, win a couple, draw a few, pick up points here and there, you'll be able to march up the league table. You know, it's not really, because Heartland are actually down there right now, it doesn't mean that they're down and out. Points are still there to be taken, you know. Once you get on a good run, you get the points together, and before you know it, you'll be right there on the top. Because just like we said, the difference between the first team and the team in 10th is just 10 points. 10 points is just like 3.5 games, you know. So you can actually, it's something that is not insurmountable.
We've been looking at the matches that will be coming up today in the NPFL. Match day 13 midweek. Matches were played on Wednesday, 6 matches, but today we will be looking at 4. Nasarawa playing away to Enugu Rangers there, a match we want to see. Now we move away from the NPFL. Let's talk about the African Women Cup of Nations qualifiers. Actually started on Wednesday. Matches were also played. Some will be playing today, while some will be playing tomorrow. Nigerian Super Falcons will be fighting out against Lady Elephants tomorrow. Now let's look at the result. Senegal, they pipped Mali by a lone goal in the first leg. Guinea-Bissau lost by 6-0 against Burkina Faso. Djibouti also lost by 1-6. Burundi defeating Djibouti 6-1, and Zambia against Namibia. Well, you look at this result. Burundi, Djibouti, 6-1. How did they do it?
Well,
you look at how come 7 goals are being scored here, and you look at Burkina Faso, the ladies now,
yes,
defeating Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah.
6-0 in the African Women Cup of Nations. Now, if you turn the table to the men, remember what happened at AFCON?
Exactly.
Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau. This wouldn't have happened. 6-0.
No, definitely. You know, it's the women's game. You understand, and it will
Goals, a lot of goals always flow.
Yes, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau losing at home by 6 goals. I mean, like it's scandalous in some proportions, but it is the women's game, and you know, we're still developing the women's game in Africa, most especially in the smaller African countries. They're trying to come to the fore right now and make their name in women's football in Africa. So we will keep seeing these kind of results. These results will actually be there. The most interesting result is the 0-0 they are played, which is surprising.
Zambia.
Yes, we have a lot of goals when it comes to the women's game. We have a lot of goals. So seeing a 0-0 there is actually quite interesting to show that at least some of these African countries are at par with each other and they can actually go pound for pound.
And you now, as you are talking about this particular story, you look at, I think the matches, the way they play, the way the goals come, as in, you'll be wondering, these are professionals. Why are they conceding so much goals? I recall Lady Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire defeating the Nigeria Republic 20 goals. First leg 9, second leg 11, making it 20, giving that opportunity to make Lady Elephants now appearing as if they are so invincible.
Exactly.
And I hope that will not make them to be complacent against Nigeria.
Well, that's the thing. You know, when it comes to the women's game, just like I pointed out earlier, a lot of these countries are just developing the women's game now. So definitely we will see scandalous results like these when they come in, because most of these people, they have a problem with the professional players themselves. You'll find that most of these African countries don't even have professional female players. You know, they have a ragtag team of players that they just put together and then say, okay, this is our national team, go out and play. You know, so they don't even have professional players. So that's when you have these kind of scandalous results. So as we are developing the African game in the women's side, that's how we will be seeing these kind of results until we get to a certain level that we can say, okay, fine, Africa has appeared on the map right now when it comes to women's football. But it's a development phase.
Good one there, development phase coming from Ibrahim. We've been looking at the AFCON as it's been tagged. AFCON for the men, AFCON for the women. African Women Cup of Nations qualifiers taking place across different stadia in Africa. And we just saw some matches played on Wednesday. Some will be coming up today. We'll be bringing you those results. And also for Friday, Nigerian Super Falcons will be fighting out against the Lady Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire here in Abuja. That game will be an explosive one because it's going to be the final of the final. Nigerian ladies just have to win big. Let's look at that, even though it's, the match will be coming up tomorrow. Nigerian Cote d'Ivoire. Our ladies, yes, we know we are the champions when it comes to African football. But Lady Elephant, a free-scoring side. Now they'll be facing us for the first leg here at the MK Abiola Stadium on Friday. And a lot of people are like, wow, our ladies just have to win. Don't concede any goal.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, they will be buoyed by that result that they got against Nigeria Republic. Definitely, things like this actually get to your head. Scoring 20 goals over 2 legs, I mean, like, it does get to your head, and it gives you a certain level of confidence. But it's a double-edged sword. That's the problem. You either get confident or you get complacent, you know? But definitely, Nigeria, when it comes to female football, even African football, Nigeria is not a country that you take lightly. You understand? So I do not expect the Lady Elephants to be complacent against Nigeria. They will come out, all guns blazing. And it's up to the Nigerian team now, and that's our Falcons, not to be complacent and take things for granted. That, okay, fine, we are the champions of women African football and whatnot. We saw what happened a few games against South Africa. You know, how they're stepping up their game. Everybody wants to beat Nigeria. And beating Nigeria actually makes you run with the big boys when it comes to African football, you know. So definitely,
maybe you're almost singing that song.
So definitely the Lady Elephants will come out all guns blazing. So it's up to the Falcons right now not to allow themselves to be complacent that we're playing at home, we're champions of Africa, and we're going to overrun these girls. It's not going to happen like that.
We actually looked at the name of players rolled out by Randy Waldrum, the coach of the Super Falcons. That was on Wednesday. These ladies are battle ready 25. 5 was actually pegged down, and the remaining 25 are really raring to go. They want to make statement. They want to qualify because lately the women football in Nigeria dipped in form. Let me use that word. But now they want to pick up the pieces. After all, they've been scoring freely in their clubs. Now coming to Nigeria, we know what Asisa Oshuala has been doing with Barcelona. All the goals she has been scoring. Let her come here. Let her work together with others. Jibade, all the entire 25 players and the newcomers, the like of Frontier, all be coming. And we hope that not just to win, but to win big and not concede. That's just the point I've been looking at, because the Lady Elephant now knows that the final parts of the journey is in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, when you're playing two-legged, when you're playing a two-legged affair, the main thing is, most especially if you're playing at home, even though away goals don't really apply, I think these days, I don't know whether they do apply in CAF, but it's first of all, get the clean sheet, most especially at home. Try as much as possible to get a positive result at home so that you can have something to defend when you go away. You understand? So that's one of the first things that they need to look at. Just like you pointed out, they need to win big, and they need not to concede. First of all, let's try to keep it tight. All right? Let's not give anything away. Hold on to what you have. All right? Let's not give them any chance to do anything. First of all, then we'll build from the back, and then we'll go from there. If you don't concede, at least the worst case scenario, then you get a draw. You know, but if you try not to concede and then you go up front and then you do the business, then definitely you will get a positive result that you need. So let's get a positive result here so that we can we have something to defend when we get to Cote d'Ivoire. Now,
as we are talking about the women football now, I notice the list comes, at least we have more home-based players compared to Super Eagles list. Although Eguavon has actually promised that he will be getting those talented players in the NPFL will also be given invitation. Now, if you check the list that we actually showcased, that was yesterday. If we can still have that list, you just look at about 25 players. You can mention about 4 or 5 home-based players. Monday Gifts. You mentioned all of them. You mentioned Amarachi Okoronko of Nasarawa Amazon. They were all at least being called, okay, come, make the 25 lists, even though at least when they are playing the game, 1 or 2 of them will still make the list. Now, look at the list now from the defenders. You have Rofiat Imran from Rivers Angels. If you scroll down to Akudo Bona, also of Edo Queens, Tosin Dimehi, Rivers Angels, that's 3, right? And then you move down to the midfield, you have another lady, Amanda Mbadinuju of Bayelsa Queens, that's 4. Grace Igbo Amalu, that's 5 from Bayelsa Queens. You go straight down to Amarachi Okoronko, that's of Nasarawa Amazon, that's 6 now already. Then if you go to the strikers, you still look at, okay, we have Vivian Ikechukwu, Rivers Angels, Gift Monday, FC Robo Queens of Lagos. That's already, you can mention 8 out of 25. So that shows that, okay, the coach, Randy Waldrum, is a different version from Ghana Raw, because he looked into the league and picked 8. Then we only have 1 person. That's John Noble, goalkeeper from Eyimba.
Yes, you see, that's the difference between the men's game and the ladies' game. You understand? We have very good solid female players when it comes to the local league in Nigeria. I mean, like we saw.
Are you saying we don't have solid players for the men?
We do, but can they cut it against their European counterparts? That is the thing. That is the problem. Of course, they're good players. If they were not good players, they would not be playing for the clubs that they were. That's why they're there and we're here. You understand? Of course, they're good players. But the thing is, can they cut it against their European counterparts? That's the problem. Mostly, sometimes when you were talking about it, you say Guavon said he was going to give local players a chance. Yes, we've had that situation before. Local players get invited, they come to camp, but they can't cut it and they get dropped. That is the problem. It's not inviting
So that means the NPFL players should do more to be given the chance to play. Just the way these ladies have been given the chance to make the team now.
Exactly, because if you have, just like you said, we have 8 players now. Hopefully, by the time that the camp ends, you'll have like maybe 3 or even 4 players that actually made the cut. They can move forward and do something worthwhile, which is amazing for the ladies' game. So the local players on the men's side right now need to step up their game. They need to do something. They need to go out and prove themselves. They need to show that they can really rub shoulders with their European counterparts so that they can be able to make the difference. And then we'll have more local players.
Good one there. We've been looking at the Nigerian teams, the women, the Super Falcons, the fact that the opportunity given to the home-based players who plays in Nigerian League. Now we move to talk about some results of matches played. Now let's look at Spanish La Liga. A match was played between Atletico Bilbao and Levante. It was a good one for Levante. They came so and conquered. They won that game 1-0. Milero scoring for Levante there. A game that I didn't see coming. Atletico Bilbao has been beating all the bigger boys.
It's really not a very good result for Atletico. It's really not a good result. Levante at the bottom of the league. I think they won just one game.
They went to sleep.
Yeah, they won just one game prior to this, and at the end of the day, they came and away and they won this game. So it's something that nobody saw coming. Really, if you were a betting man, you would have made a killing yesterday. If you had bet, on Levante, you understand.
I was actually telling Kabiru that he said, "Are you sure?" I kept asking him, "Are you sure?
Exactly.
Are you sure?"
Because
the same thing applicable with Champions League.
Yeah, you're never really sure with these kind of things. But see, really, on paper, nobody could have actually given them a chance. They won just one game previously, and they're languishing at the bottom of the league, and nobody would give them a chance. But it's a good one for them there.
Good one. We've been looking at result. Now let's talk about let's come back home and talk about the Ramat Cup. It's ongoing over there in Kano. Now the quarterfinalists, they've emerged, and they will be playing those matches today. In fact, we speak right now. Some matches are ongoing in the ancient city of Kano. Well, Kebbi will take on FCT. They actually made the call to quarterfinals. Good one for FCT. Kwara versus Kano. Kaduna will be playing against Ogun, while Gombe will also file out against Jigawa. Those are the 4 matches expected to happen in the quarterfinals, as Kebbi, Kwara, Ogun, Gombe will play against FCT, Kano, Kaduna and Jigawa. 8 teams quarterfinals of the Ramat Cup, the 39th edition, taking place in Kano, organized by the Youth Sport Federation of Nigeria. We'll be bringing you the result of those games subsequently. Now we move to the bigger one that happened just yesterday night. It was a night of remembrance for Salzburg of Austria, as they were able to, they held their own against Bayern Munich. Free scoring team Bayern Munich, they couldn't win Salzburg. It ended 1-1 there. Good one. The Nigerian man, Adamu, was able to, yes, that name, a lot of people don't know that. We have 4 players with Salzburg that are really Nigerian descendants. They just have to admit that. Adeyemi, Adamu, and the remaining 2, they actually play for that team. It was 1-1. And you have Liverpool defeating Inter Milan by 2-0. Firmino, Salah.
Yeah. Yes, well,
I'm adding into the list of scorers.
The usual suspects. The usual suspects actually came through. Well, that match was really. We as the match was progressing, we really didn't think that Liverpool were going to come away with the results, because territorially they were all over the place. They were pegged back by Inter for long periods of time, and we actually thought that Inter was going to get something out of it, you know. But at the end of the day, Liverpool's class showed, and they were able to get 2 late goals, and that's that at San Siro, which is no mean feat, playing against Inter Milan. But Inter Milan of these days is not Conte's Milan. You understand? So it's not Mourinho's Milan as well. So it's actually quite different. So, but it was an exciting game, and it served the blockbuster atmosphere that we actually thought it was going to have. So we look forward to the second leg, and I think it's going to be good. Notable mention to Salzburg, they gave a very good account for of themselves. I mean, like us neutrals, we were rooting for them at one point, and we hoped that they were actually going to get the points, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
Well, for Bayern versus Salzburg, you expect them to like, oh, a lot of people were tilting towards Bayern, looking at their size, the status and everything. But I actually know that it's not easy whenever an Austria team plays against German team, just like Nigeria and Ghana.
Yes.
So they understand themselves so much.
Yeah, it's virtually like a derby. You understand? It's like a derby, and you can't predict derbies.
Country derby.
Exactly. Derbies are unpredictable. So it's just like a derby. And really, Salzburg came to the fore, and they did wonderful things. They gave a very, very good account of themselves, and a lot of people were rooting for them to get the whole 3 points. Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Good one there. Well, I want to appreciate you for coming on the show.
Yes, it's always a pleasure. 360 is my home, so this is
of course, you just have to be your home. We've been looking at activities in the world of sport. We'll be taking more in our subsequent edition, but just to let you know that sport is fitness and business. I am Adeni Achishafe. Thanks for watching.